Good Thursday morning. Man, you will not believe. I just did like 25 minutes of a video and I didn't hit the record button. Yo, there are 4 letters to describe me, and that's dick. What a dick. All right, yo, here we go again, man. Here we go again. All right, look, let's talk about first what happened. What happened? Well, what's happening? Stock futures fall after Fed induced relief rally. Of course they're gonna fall, man. Of course they're gonna fall. But hey, let's look at this. Look at what we have right here. Here's the ES, right? The ES on the daily. You have this really nice move up. You have this little consolidation. What do we call this, ladies and germs? That is a bull flag, man. More importantly, you see the test of this high here, and it retraces. You could even consider it here. Another test of this high here, and it retraces. And we call that a good resistance. It's been tested a third time. That's an excellent resistance. Okay. Now, for me, a good setup is a bull flag breaking resistance, right? Normally, I'll just take a break of the resistance. So if this bar went, I would take that break, man. And that's where you get the fucking runs. You get the runs on the break of the resistance. But when you see a bull flag with a break of a resistance, ooh, chow, that's got some energy. Today, I'm expecting this consolidation because today is the day before the non-farm payroll report. So a lot of traders are backing away. That's going to give this market a chance to consolidate. And what I'd like to see is this exact consolidation in the S&P, right? So let's just jump on over to, oh, that's BTC, because I did a whole spiel on BTC too, man. Can't believe it. 45 minutes talking. That's all right. I get to listen to myself again, and it's like angels singing. So here it is, man. Here's the flag, right? So today I'd like to see 1/3 of a pullback today. Like the bar should only be, that would be classic. Like if the bar's only 1/3, light volume, a little retrace, then tomorrow after the report, boom, that flag triggers. We break through this fucking resistance. Let's just make that bigger. I guess I could do that without the superlatives. We break through that resistance, and that's a money trade. That's a money trade. So that's what we're watching for, and what we want to see on the flag is if it just pulls back 1/3 of this bar, that'll be classic. It'll be beautiful. It'd be like a gift. The run is from down here up there. I mean, this is the whole flag, right? So we could have a 50% retrace. That'll put us about 42.24. I don't want to see anything that aggressive, to tell you the truth. I want to see something simple. If it's that aggressive, I'll still be confident in it. It wouldn't be a flag. The pullback would be too aggressive to call it a flag, but it would be a logical pullback. But I would like to see some strength in this, a gentle consolidation, and then blam, tomorrow after the news, this thing takes off, and it'll be a beautiful move. It'll be a beautiful move. And if we look at the weekly, look at that weekly, man. If this weekly goes to if we can see tomorrow's close at 43.49 plus or minus, that's really my target. But even if it closes at 43.10, this is an engulfing bar on a weekly, which sets us up for a nice long move. And I don't know what my fibs are showing me here, but you might get half this move down back. From here to here, you might get half that move back. Yeah, my fibs are all messed up. I don't want to mess with it again. So that's what we're looking for. That's what we're keeping an eye on. We want to see 3/4 move back today. A third, I'm sorry. We want to see 1/3 move back today on this bar. Create a textbook bull flag and see that bull flag trigger. And man, I'll be excited. And here we have the interest rates, and you can see the baby pop. That's Fed speech right there. Pulls back. This is the daily. You obviously have this uptrend, but if you look at your momentum, here's a high in the momentum, here's the next high, here's the high in the momentum. So the momentum is making a classic head and shoulders pattern. And then here's the next high, here's the high in the momentum. The momentum is fading off. We call that a divergence. On a divergence, we can expect a break to the downside. If it would have broke right here, that would have been the entry. That's how you could trade the divergence aggressively. To trade the divergence conservatively, you wait for the breakdown here. That's way too long for me. I want to make that money right there. But today, you could trade that break. This is interest rate. So if you were doing bonds, it would be the opposite. Bonds would have traded off, and you're looking for a bounce up on bonds where the interest rates are coming down. And I'm expecting this to trade off throughout the summer. We might see that 22.4 or the 24 on the index throughout the summer, and it looks like it's laying out that way. It looks like it's laying out that way. I think over the next few meetings, we're going to see more and more dovish stance. And okay, before we go further and look at BTC, let's talk a little bit about what happened yesterday. Okay, or what's been happening. Really, what's been happening is you get the naysayers out there, you get the pessimists out there, and they're talking about 75 basis points. They're talking about 1 basis point. They're talking about nuclear war over in Russia. They're talking about a hard landing in the economy, a deep recession, and all of this shit. And they scare everybody out of the market. And that's what they did, man. They scared everybody out of the market. They moved it down aggressively. There was light volume on the market, and they created this situation right here. That boom, you had this crazy down day, right? They made a push for this major support right here. All the stops are lined up under here. They see the book, they see the depth, and they know, and this is really on the futures end, they know this shit is out there. And people have protective stops saying, oh, if the market goes down here, I'm getting out because it's going to 38. And then you have the shorts. Yo, this thing breaks this. That's my short trigger. I'm going to enter my entry stops right here, and I'm going to take those shorts. And they see that that's piled up over there, but they don't see anything below it. And they're saying, yo, there's nothing to support this. And if we don't get behind this sell's not going to happen. So they force this shit down. They take out all this cheap fucking stock. There's no more buying. And then, boom, it starts floating up. Right? And then all the fucking shorters get out and I gotta stop cursing. Get out and blow this thing right up where it should be. And that's exactly what's happened. That's what's been happening since they started this bullshit about 75 basis points, where nobody said anything about it. They said nothing's off the table. That's all they said. And then all these talking heads on the news started screaming 75, 75, 75. I mean, yo, even Kramer, and now he's going to backpedal on it. You watch for the next few days, he's going to backpedal. There's no need for 75. But yo, that guy's like, in the morning, he's screaming, I wish they would just do the 75 and get it over with. So I like the guy. I enjoy the guy. He's got some insights, but he's marketing, and he's got to be on the right side of the market to get attention. And he's got to be about the sensationalism for people to come back, because that's what drives our culture. But I mean, that's the reality. You got to do your own homework. That's the point of this. So anyway, what's going to happen? Look, you're looking at inflation, right? And we compared a normal economy to the pandemic economy. Right? And that's what all the numbers were fucking telling us. And we got inflation. And we genuinely got inflation. I mean, prices are rising aggressively. Things are very, very expensive. In addition, you have the lockdowns, and we're still reaping the problem of that. But inflation looks so aggressive because we had this ridiculous, or inflation is aggressive because we had this ridiculous economy. So now we're coming from the pandemic economy easing into what's somewhat normal of an economy. Or let's call it the economy, or even society. And you're going to see the numbers taper off. You heard it here first. We peaked. We've peaked. I see it already. I see it in automobiles. I see it in computers. I see price drops in computers. I track boats all the time. I have financial interests in boats, and I see the prices, and I see the price reduce. Additionally, money's getting more expensive. People are buying less. They're backing off. Or mortgage rates spiked because they wanted to lock in those good rates, and now people are shopping and waiting for the prices to float down, and then they could enact those mortgage rates. So I'm not saying eggs are going to be cheap next week. What I'm saying is that the conversation out of the government is going to become a little more dovish, or out of the Fed, which they're not really government, is going to become a little more dovish. And the conversation into the summer is from the talking heads is going to become a little more market supportive. So, yo, buy, buy the good shit though. Buy the good shit that you want to own for 20 years. This is the time, man. This is the time that you sit back and say, "Damn, I wish I would have bought something then." And you know, now say, "Damn, I'm glad I bought that shit then because Dave said so." And look at it like this. I mean, everybody's worried that he's going to bring it in for a crash landing. That's going to be the verbiage for the next few months to keep a little volatility. But they're going to back off of that, and you're going to see that it's not going to be a crash landing on the economy. They're raising interest rates. They're being kind of aggressive. They're not letting things spiral out of control. Powell sees it because I see it. Yo, it's not because we're buying too many apples, okay? The problem is we have no apples. So it doesn't matter if you taper back because eventually you're going to be hungry. You're still going to need an apple. You're going to have to pay for that apple. The problem is we have no apples, okay? Once we start making apples, then the price of the apples are going to stop rising. I've never seen anything really come down, but the price of apples will stop rising. And that's the issue. So really, all of this posturing with raising inflation, raising interest rates is not helping the economy. What's happening really is not suppressing inflation, but what's happening in the background is our economy is still strong. We're taking a bit of a beating. He could raise interest rates to a normal point without really affecting the strength of our economy. There's a lot of money in people's pockets and in savings. I mean, we've eaten up some of it, but there's still a lot of money out there. We can endure these price hikes. This, what I still say, is a temporary situation. But he could bring us back to a normal policy in the interim. And what you're going to see happen is that China eventually is going to let people out of their houses and start developing shit. We are going to start creating shit here. We are going to start creating programs to create shit here. And the economy is going to move on that. The Ukraine is going to be an issue. I don't know which way we're going to go. But look, two of the worries off the table, you ask me. The Fed is not going to be too aggressive and sink the economy. We're not going to go into recession. Inflation is going to slowly taper off. We're not going back to 2% next week, but you're going to start to see it diminish. The only variable is the Ukraine war. This guy's a whack job. Putin. We don't know which way it's going to go. It's a big problem with oil. It's a big problem with heating. It's a big problem with grains. And that's going to affect everything. Like even our animals are fed grains, which they shouldn't be. So maybe people will start veering more towards the grass-fed programs for the animals. But even fish farms, shit like that, I was in the industry. It's grain-based foods with a mix of protein. And I was just thinking about it this morning. Like, yo, the cost to raise fish has got to be skyrocketing right now. Skyrocketing. So I couldn't even farm raised fish is going to be very, very expensive because of the grain. But you shouldn't be eating that shit anyway. And trust me, I was a part of a big aquaculture organization. Crazy antibiotics. The nutritional value of the fish sucks because they're not on a natural diet. Even salmon, farm-raised salmon, doesn't have omega-3. Okay, you could get more omega-3 out of grass-fed beef than you can a wild salmon, and I mean, there's like literally no omega-3 value in a farm-raised fish because the omega-3 comes from the krill that they eat. All right, there's a tangent right there. Okay, let's get back to the market. So, believe in Powell, man. He's a savvy guy. He's a smart guy. He knows how to handle the public, and he knows how to handle the economy. He's bringing us in right. He handled us well coming into this. He brought our economy. He just knew when to put on the pedal and back off the pedal. He was very accommodative when it was necessary. He knew how to bring us through a pandemic. He did it beautifully, and I promise you, he's going to take us out of this beautifully. It's not going to be a Volcker thing. It's not going to be a 70s thing. All different factors. Everybody who's talking that shit, they're fucking dinosaurs. And if you see him, it looks like Biden's golfing buddy. It's like the geriatric club they get up there between our president and some of these economists to promote this bullshit theory that it's going to be like the 70s and he's got to throw us into recession and he's got to take a playbook out of the Volcker. Different, man. Archaic concept. The dinosaurs. We got to stop with this shit. You know, maybe back in the day when we had to learn how to make fire, the older you are, the smarter you are. But that shit is not the case, man. When the guy looks like he shouldn't be driving a car, right? Like it's your mother or your father, then the guy shouldn't be running the country or making investment decisions. That's the bottom line. That's the bottom line. I mean, the shit is archaic. Their concepts are archaic. So don't worry about this crash landing. You heard it here first from Dave. All right. So anyway, let's get back to some of the market. Some of the market. Okay. Did we look at the interest rates? I think we did, right? I don't know if I did that now or that was on my last video that I forgot to record. I can't believe I did that. So, all right, look. Quite simply, interest rates are going up. This is yesterday. This is Fed speaking. You could see the momentum fading off, right? Yeah, I think I went through this. And then that's it. Boom, down we go. Okay, let's take a quick look at BTC. BTC is a risk on asset or a risk sensitive asset. So once we go risk on, this bitch is going to take off. Hopefully everybody was clocking me, knew to buy it when we hit that bottom of that tangent. And I've been telling you I was buying it all the way down. I bought it in the 38s and I bought it again down here. I'm comfortable with it. It's not going to disappear right away, and I'm not doing a lot. I mean, I don't put a lot into this. This is like for kicks. You know, this is like when there's like Vegas money. You know. And Vegas money is money like I'll never miss it. So anyway, we got the same flag setting up that we're looking for out of the S&P today. Here's the flag. There's a strong move up. Here's the retrace. Maybe today it just floats around and then pop. We get that run. I am pretty confident we're going to see us challenge this trend line, and I'm not terribly confident on the trend line as far as the break. So for a real run, I would wait for the break of this high. I am very confident of this lower trend line, just because, I mean, this is a little sloppy. I don't like doing the old Evel Knievel over two pivots, but, I mean, it just, we could call that an outlier, but, that negates support here. So I'm working with that trend line. I'm watching for a little more development. I think that we'll probably make a little high pull back, and that will create a proper pennant for me to trade or look for an additional entry higher. Right now, I'm not taking an entry on this break. I'm kind of thinking that when it breaks, it's going to run, but not confident in the layout enough to make that an entry. I am confident to take something aggressive and take that bounce off the bottom. I am confident enough to do that, which I did that, and it's already working out for me. Super duper. And I'm not gloating. I'm trying to share. Okay. The other thing to look at is Tesla. I'm not even looking at it on a technical basis right now. It traded off. You could see the inverted head and shoulders right here on the 60. It broke the pivot. It's starting to run. I'll watch it. I'll let it go. That's fine. I'm going to watch it for another setup. It's a good mover. I mean, if you like to trade something, you don't want to trade the SPX, Tesla, can get it going. Keep an eye on Twitter. Good company. Put it away. Well, I guess the deal is done. I mean, it's a good company. And Elon's going to pull it off. I don't know really how anybody's going to make money off of it because, I mean, he wants to take it private. But he has to do that because if he leaves it public, then he's subject to influence from the SEC. And, the politicians are going to put the thumb screws to him. And he's going to create a free speech forum. Where we can go and we can elaborate on our points, and some idiot trolls can come out there and spew a bunch of pointless, ineffective hate and shit like that. But it is a place where people can express good opinions, constructive opinions, whether they're negative or positive, not destructive opinions, and perhaps guide our society in a direction that we can obtain enlightenment. Perhaps. And I like his model, man. I like his model. I mean, he's probably going to charge private business and governments to use it. I believe he made that statement. That's phenomenal, man. And you know what? If it's an open forum with freedom of speech, it's going to draw a lot of attention, a lot of people, a lot of ad revenue. That's what they're going to look for. They're going to put a lot of ads out on it. And that's fine, inundate me with ads as long as I have freedom of speech. I don't have to worry about somebody not liking what I say and block me out. Even if it's stupid. A Nazi has a right to say what he wants, right? There used to be a concept in this country that your right to swing your fist ends at the tip of my nose, right? As long as you're not hurting me, do what the fuck you want. And yo, that's what I say. And words don't hurt anybody. Feelings get hurt. Yo, that's a personal thing. You know, you allow yourself to be hurt by something somebody said. Yo, tough shit, you pussy. Yeah, you know, suffer. But hey, you know what? You have the right to say anything. And the reason you tolerate the stupid speech is because one day you're going to have something to say that somebody may not agree with, and they'll suppress your right? So it's a slippery slope. And then eventually it'll be the government or a small collection like these fucking liberals, or these idiot Republicans who are banning abortion, you know, who decided that they're going to do God's work. You know, yo, that's between me and God. Yeah, you know, but they're going to do God's work. So you have these idiots who want to enforce or inflict their views on you. You know, so you're free in this country as long as you do what we think is right. So you know, ridiculous concept. So you have to severe the idiots out there, the Nazis out there, even the idiot Republicans, the extremists, the idiot liberal extremists. You know, the whole world should be a moderate. But if you suffer that, if you permit that, then you'll always be able to have your say. Not permit their actions. They don't have a right to force their will on somebody else, and that should be in the Constitution. You know what I'm saying? Not this bullshit arguments they make. You know, it's a baby. At this point, it's a baby. No bullshit, man. Bullshit. You know, and yo, you know what? Once a chick gets knocked up, then you know, then does the government provide benefits and things of that nature? You know, it's considered part of the woman's body at that point. And we're not doing anybody any favors dumping out stupid people in this world. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, there are obviously needs for abortion and circumstances that some very intelligent people participate in abortion and take advantage of their right to make that choice. But for the most part, man, it's curbing the stupid people, right? Because these idiots go out and they take the shot on getting, you know, having sex without a condom, without the expectation of getting pregnant. I mean, they're just stupid. So, you know, that's a stupid choice. And that's not going to be their only stupid choice. So why do we need them procreating? Why do we need a population of stupid people? You know, yo, they want to use abortion as contraceptive. Hey, that's between them and their God. You know, not me. I appreciate the fact that we're not inundating our societies with stupid people. Let's just take advantage of that. So, anyway, yeah, I guess that's a real bad digression right there. Oh boy, that's a rough topic. Fuck it. I'm not looking to be popular anyway. I mean, it's not like I'm getting a million views. All right. That's it. Look at the Tesla deal. I think I said goodbye like 2 or 3 times. So that's it for the day, man. I appreciate everybody hanging out. Subscribe, hit the bell, hit the like. Leave your comments, good comments, bad comments. It's all content for the channel. If there's anything you want me to do, let me know. I'm still suffering from internet issues, so don't expect me to be streaming anytime soon. Additionally, with this volatility, I mean, yeah, you know, thank God I stopped streaming because I'm focusing on the market and you know, it's time to make money. Money. And I'm trying to be spiritual, but can't help but be a capitalist. I love the money. All right, everybody, remember, calm, cool, and at peace when you trade. I'm a little fired up, so I'm going to go meditate a little bit right now. Good luck trading.